My daughter actually mentioned she thought it was a caterpillar hanging from the ceiling and told Kevin about it.
It just looked like a spike of mud coming through the ceiling. I touched it, it fell to the chair below, and the dirt turned into creepy crawlies. Scared the life out of me.
When the termite inspector showed up, he was great. He took us around the house and showed us actually evidence of termites that our house inspector should have noticed.
He missed the damage on the door.
Look what they covered up, okay? I'm seeing rotten stuff, I'm seeing concrete, I'm seeing wood. That's wood touching earth. Wood touching earth brings in termites. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Look at all that on the bottom of that wood right there. You see the trails? That's termites. See that vertical piece of 2x4? Not the new one, the old one that's been painted. It's all eaten apart by the termites that have gotten into the wood. Termites come from the ground, up through the wood, and come in contact to your house. Wood is touching soil, they have their way of getting in. And once they get in, that's when, much like animals of any type of critters, can do damage. Right. Lots of damage.
Oh, there they are. Look at that.
There they are.
Oh, my God.
See the termites.
Look at that.
See them traveling back and forth there?
That is incredible.
There's a live one. Nice big one for you right here.
Look at that.
And just for a little tiny termite like that, they can cause so much damage. It's unreal. They're traveling through that soil all the time looking for wood. And if that wood is in the soil itself, they're gonna smack dab right into that wood. If that wood is basically attached to your home, you're gonna have a lot of damage in your home.
Oh, my God. We have termites up this whole wall. Oh, my God, that used to be wood. Look at this damage. These joists are getting eaten. This is nuts. That is deadly. Look at that. That's how much they've eaten through.
2x8.
No, it's a 2x4.
Yeah, not even now.
Well, with termites, we actually look for tunneling in the walls, tunneling in the baseboards, any of the facings of the windows, any penetration through the walls, things like that. And what we're looking for is tunneling. They're called mud tubes. Mud tubes are tunnels that termites will actually hide inside of. What we'll do is we'll drill holes into the floor, all the way around the house, interior perimeter and the exterior as well. And what we'll do is we'll put a chemical in each hole. Colony is on the outside, and we put a chemical barrier around the outside. What's gonna happen is the termites that's still inside, they won't be able to get back on the outside. So what'll happen is they're gonna start dying off.
We brought in Orkin. Orkin actually treated the property, which you're gonna have to pay attention to. We're gonna give you all this information to make sure you know when to call them back. All the wood is blue wood. What's blue wood?
Termite resistant?
And? Okay, water resistant and mold resistant. Okay, so now we've solved all the problems of termites getting in.
This is great. Amazing.
Carpenter ants don't eat wood like termites do, but they like to nest in wet or damp wood. But the damage they cause can still be quite extensive. We had to bring in the pros to get rid of them.
Yep. See that, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Ants. Ooh, my.
A lot
And they're eating in right into the wood.
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them.
And behind the paper?
In behind the paper.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, they're just gonna love the moisture in that wood.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at the nest in there. Just take that right outside.
All right.
As quick as you can.
Okay.
Can you fathom the thought that we come in really just to put in a new bathroom?
Look at that.
Yeah, it's carpenter ants. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. It looks like they're not going to be home for a few days because we're going to have to make a look at the holes.
Wow.
Right through.
They will eat your house apart.
Yeah.
Now, how far are they gone is the question. Hopefully they just love to stay in this one neighborhood, but they started to work their way up, and that's not a good sign. Oh, they're everywhere. Look at them. Oh, my God. Oh. Side note. A question for you. Carpenter ants normally will stay in an area that's moist with the wood because they have to feed off it, right?
Absolutely. They actually don't feed on the wood. They live in the wood. When you get wet or damaged wood, it's a lot easier for them to nest in, to tunnel, to make damage, as opposed to new studs.
So what they did was they made a home here.
Absolutely.
Okay, unlike termites where they actually will feed through the wood. Is that correct?
Yeah, termites will feed on the wood. Carpenter ants will nest in the wood.
Okay, so far so good. We think we've got this. We know we have more issues over here. Does that possibly mean another nest?
It's very possible. This could be the mother nest here. You may get sometimes in different situations satellite nests where they may move a little further down depending on the situation. Sometimes they outgrow the area and they have to move a little further down. They may go up. Towards the end of the day when you're all done, we'll do a good residual spray. We'll probably, if you found a lot coming out of here and there's already holes here, they may be in the brick as well. So what we'll do is we'll drill some holes and what we'll inject is to kind of help flush them out. If they are in there, more will come out, and then we'll know.
Which means the possibility is they could be living right within the whole void.
It's possible, but if you found the nest on this side of the wood, they prefer to be there rather than in the brick because the brick is going to be colder.
Makes sense. Let's have a warm home. So we've opened it up. We had another window guy obviously install a window, did it all wrong because when it rains, it pours in there.
It pours that much.
She says it pours. All the signs show it that it's gotten in and just rotted it all. So much mice, and not just mice, look at ants galore were in here. So carpenter ants, like everything's lived in here because it's had all the food groups. Oh my God. Oh, now you're gonna find, look at, oh, eggs galore in that. Probably the carpenter ant eggs.
So they would have came back every year.
You can see it's just turned to dust, eh? Powder, that's just from them just chewing through it, and they'll use that probably as insulation. Isn't that unbelievable? Just pull that front piece off. Right. Don't touch the 2x4s or anything else. Insulation out, re-insulate, get a new front end. You know why I want that insulation out? We want to check to make sure that all the floor joists are fine, and also the critters that are living in it, let's get rid of them. The bugs, everything. Clean it all up, insulate it, redo the front. We've taken it all down, restructured the whole inside, installed 2 new windows.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thanks
Mike.
very much.
Keep smiling.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
We'll see you. I heard something about a squirrel.
I guess a squirrel may feel cornered inside of a home, so he immediately tries to get out. And so going up against the windows, he had tore up a lot of our screens in our windows, just ran amok generally in the house, ate food up the counters, knocked things over, broke a pot, like a plant pot and so forth.
And that's a big tree. There's the squirrel, goes all the way up, boom, jumps in the chimney, hey, goes down the chimney, comes in and says, hi, guys.
The damage that they do to the insulation, the damage that they do to wiring and a lot of other things are, you know, it's just jaw-dropping.
And he's not only coming in your chimney and down your fireplace and in your house, he's having a ball up in the attic. Oh, no. Chewing electrical wires. We got all kinds of chewed wires up there. Now we got to go further because you are in desperate need. You're in desperate need of a new roof.
Obvious signs of a patch. Probably animals trying to get into the attic. Got another example of it on these roof vents. Obviously an animal's been chewing at the plastic vent there, trying to get an alternate source into the attic. We know from the homeowners that they actually have a pet squirrel named Charlie that likes to come down the chimney. On the back side here, we can see the mesh has been pulled up by Charlie, and he's got a nice little spot to climb in and out of this chimney. Really just needs some thicker mesh installed on here, and probably down lower wrapping the actual flue, preventing Charlie from gaining access again. Again, the animal's been in this place, probably running rampant through the attic. We noticed a couple of areas lower in the roof where these animals were getting in, these critters. And so we'll make sure when we're installing the new products, that all those areas are sealed off.
Well, basically what we got here is just another entry of where the squirrels are getting in. It looks like the squirrels were nesting in this area here. A lot of trees that's here that's leading towards the roof line. So what happens is just prone for squirrels to come up here and play around here. So the best thing to do here would be to resheet this section here from rafter to rafter. With the underlayment on there, with the proper overhang, there's no way that these guys are gonna be trying to get back in here.
So we've gone ahead and replaced the rain cap with a new one. It's gonna prevent any debris from going down into the flute. Also, main thing is gonna prevent any animals from crawling in, which happened with the previous one. A squirrel actually bent the cage and crawled down into the house. So we've replaced this with, it's a little bit stronger steel, it's galvanized. These are designed and work really well, but because in this case there are mature trees close to the house, it's up to the homeowner to do regular maintenance. Basically keep an eye on them to see if there are any animals trying to get in or if there's any damage done to it.
We're doing an inspection looking for rodent activity, so we're looking for either droppings or dead mice. Most rodents carry diseases like hantavirus, typhoid, and salmonella. They also chew on wires, so they cause a lot of electrical fires, so that's the biggest concern. Also notice a hole in the insulation. That's obviously a hole where mice have been going through and nesting in there. Looks like the previous homeowner used their own traps, and at first glance that looks like a deer mouse. And like I said earlier, deer mice are known to carry the hantavirus. And here it looks like another trap that the homeowner used. It's also a live trap. The risk of leaving them up there, they'll die, they'll actually dry up and they'll have a smell. Also the hantavirus that they carry, so if you're cleaning up the droppings, you want to make sure when you do remove them, they use a proper mask. These are tamper-resistant bait stations, so kids or animals can't get into them. So what happens, the rodents are going to go on either side and feed on the bait that's in the middle of the block there. We install these bait stations where we see rodent activity, so drop ceilings, attic areas. We try not to put them where there's food, so you're not going to put them in the kitchen area. So if you're seeing droppings or dead mice, that's where you want to put the bait stations. A lot of entry points like water lines, electrical lines, dryer lines, stuff like that. So we'll do an inspection outside to seal all those holes as well. We use copper wool or stainless steel wool, and then we'll caulk around the outside of that as well. And it just prevents any mice from coming in.
The trouble started, we're upstairs and we hear scratching in the walls. We're saying, well, what the heck is this scratching in the walls? And we realized it was squirrels getting into our house.
Nice hot day.
Beautiful day.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're gonna be pulling down drywall in the garage, the upper area, because I need to see how the critters are getting in and see if we can find anything else up there. So let's get our tools, get going. So we'll just start by opening this up.
All right. There you go.
Interesting.
What do you see up there?
Well, I see a bunch of raccoon poop.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, they've made a bathroom here. Before I go further, I just want to confirm there's nothing going to jump out at me and scare the hell out of me, knock me off the ladder. Ooh, we definitely have animals living in here.
Oh, there's the nest. Wow. Well, they were right about the little pitter-patter of little feet. I mean, they ate right through that. That's how they got in the house, is right through that hole. They started through here. They've actually found their way in behind the screen, up into here, and just made that a really nice warm home every winter. So we definitely have an infestation. And you can see they've eaten right through that insulation. Oh, and there is a dead squirrel here. We're gonna make sure they don't come back. So the void between the exterior wall and the bathroom wall was initially designed by the original builder. This would not have been an issue if it was properly insulated and vented. And now there is no sense at all extending the bathroom to the exterior wall when all we have to do is insulate with spray foam. Now we're gonna be using blue wood on the front face of this house. Now that's mold resistant, water resistant, and insect resistant. There is absolutely no way they will be cold in this bathroom this winter. And by closing off the front of the house, it eliminates the animal highway.
Doesn't that look like wood?
It looks amazing.
It's not wood.
It's not.
That's all foam and stucco. So each piece of brown is actually foam. And I love this stuff because it is, what is it? No maintenance.
Yeah.
Right? You may paint it in 10 years from now. That's about it. And that really just solves all the problems in the front.
Looks
really good.
Really good.
Well, you're not going to have worries of critters anymore. Notice we took out the vent.
Did you find out where the animals were coming in?
We searched everywhere, every possible route. We found not only the feces of obviously raccoons and chipmunks or squirrels, but we found
a dead one. We found it right in the cathedral ceiling of your bathroom. And he had gotten in there, ripped apart your insulation, couldn't get out.
No damage on the electrical, which I'm happy with.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that. So to answer your question, no more critters.
I'm happy.